Redevelopment plans for the old Amars building on the corner of Linewall Road and College Lane were last rejected in 2018. At the time, the DPC said an 8-storey building was not appropriate for the location. Fast forward to December last year and further proposals for an 8-storey development were filed at the DPC. This would elevate the height of the current building to that of nearby NatWest House, Midtown and The Haven, which the developers say is necessary to make it commercially viable. However, the College Lane Action Group says the latest plans failed to address the concerns raised in 2018 regarding the size and appropriateness of the development.
Well, since 2018, various owners of the Amars bakery site have wanted to develop the site, and basically we've reached out to them every time and we've asked that they stick to the 2009 Old Town Plan and limit it to 5 floors. We've even every time said that if a developer did that, we would even go to the DPC and support it. The problem has been, though, they've never done it, and our argument is the height and mass of the building is just too big for the locality. It's 8 floors. It will be a right-to-light issue.
It is going to affect several of the residents here, specifically me, because my whole flat is facing the building. And once it goes 8 stories, or what they're proposing, we will lose quite a lot of natural light, which I think is not valid for us. Also, going on to the next bit, which is the parking. The proposed one is they're taking most of the spaces away. They're not realizing that we do have to do shopping. This is the only area we can stop and unload. On top of that, my partner is terminally ill, and we need to have easy access to College Lane.
They also made some suggestions on daylight and sunlight studies being necessary. We brought over an expert called Paul Fulwell to deal with that. The developer and GC Architects refused to meet him.
In a statement, their experts said the scale and proximity of the proposed office development would create substantial harm to the surrounding properties by blocking natural daylight and sunlight.
They also said that a wind study needed to be done, and they also talked about a lack of parking, and the current parking spaces will be reduced from 6 to 1.
CLAG also says the design directly contradicts the current development plan.
It was rejected in 2018 because of it was a heritage building, and it's a heritage building that the DPC said needed to be restored rather than demolished, and it was objected on the grounds of height. It was another 8-storey building, and they said that it was too high for the locality. Personally, I think that if you put an 8-storey office block in there, the only thing that's going to be regenerated are the bank accounts of the developer and GC Architects. An 8-storey luxury office block will offer nothing for the locality, and it will offer nothing for the local residents.
The building itself is going to be totally out of the proportion of what I call the old town, with the steel and glass building. It will not fit.
If you have a look at the size of College Lane, and if you have a look at the residents who live around it, the area is far too small. This isn't like outside the city walls. The town area is very, very much built up, and a 8-storey building can affect 6 other buildings with light, daylight and shading.
The closing date for objections is the 29th of January.